Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Raymond George Engaged Weekly Report. This is the week ending in June 19th. Pardon me, I'm getting ahead of myself. June 19th. As you can see, I am rocking the Team Canada FIFA shirt, not jersey, but shirt. Usually we start with the role of the week and all this stuff. But first of all, just going to say yesterday was a historic day for Canada. We're hosting the World Cup. Maybe the whole thing's rigged, but we actually won our first ever World Cup win on Canadian soil, no less, with a 6-0 win, which is completely bonkers. Jonathan David is a total G. I think he's tied with Messi right now for having a hat trick in the World Cup. Totally insane. Wonderful, historic news for us Canadians who are also soccer fans, football fans, soccer fans, football fans, however you want to say it. Okay, now getting to the business of the Engaged Report. Our role of the week. This is a role in Chicago for a rapidly growing brand. This is a UK brand that is expanding in the US. Just a top quality team. We've made placements there in the past. People we've placed there have just been blown away by the level of strategy and mentorship that they're getting there. This is for a senior 360 individual who can do sales and also fulfill orders. They can get some support as well on delivery naturally from the team, but there's a lot of growth potential here, and there's even the opportunity to perform your way into an equity plan. So the interesting kind of equity plan, which will actually pay out in a few years in a big way without having a sale or anything like that necessarily, is still open here, right? So that is one of the most exciting elements of it. This isn't a phantom equity discussion where you'll get no payouts ever. Quite the contrary. There's something very structured coming in the next few years. So again, if this is something you're interested in looking at, you or someone else in the Chicago area, feel free to message me and let's have a chat about it. And that is our rule of the week. For the recruiting tool of the week, this week, I'd like to talk about Dripify. I think it's pretty well known, already in some circles, but Dripify is a tool that helps you maximize LinkedIn, right? So this isn't talking about necessarily LinkedIn Recruiter. You can just use your regular LinkedIn with Dripify to help maximize doing campaigns for outreach, making projects and all that kind of stuff. So it's not the same as LinkedIn Recruiter where you don't get in-mails with it, right? It's not necessarily a replacement for LinkedIn Recruiter. But let me give you an example of how I personally used it to great effect. Not only did I have invites that I would send to people to attend my podcast, Recruiting EQ, which is a LinkedIn Live event. So that was a way of inviting people by direct message instead of using the invite tool. LinkedIn's invite tool only lets you invite 1,000 people, right? So if you wanted to complement that in a way where you can go, let's say, by geography or by industry and actually send out invites and sequence them, right? This is a sequencing tool ostensibly for the most part. That was something I had a lot of success with. But then also I had a much larger and slower sequence going to just get the word out when the podcast went to full distribution on Spotify and other kind of networks. So it was more just like an awareness and nurturing campaign to my network. So for network engagement and nurturing, I actually think Dripify is probably the best tool for that on LinkedIn at the moment. If you're interested in giving it a try, I've included a link here, which is dripify.com/Raymond George, something along those lines. Click the link, you'll see. But then you also want to use promo code RICK10. So if you go to Dripify, not from that link, and you use the promo code RICK10, you'll get a discount, and they'll know you heard it here first. Feel free to talk to me about it as well. Happy to share any experiences that I've had if it's helpful. That is it for the report. Hope you guys enjoy the World Cup, and see you next week.